Firefighters and EMS crews from all over our state, Pennsylvania, and as far south as Baltimore are right now in this command center in Tacony behind me. They're getting ready to leave and head south to help with the response to Hurricane Helene. 45 members of Pennsylvania Task Force 1 have been up early. They arrived at their command center in Tacony at 4 a.m. They're scheduled to drive to Greensboro, North Carolina, where they will await their assignment. They could, however, get an assignment as their en route and potentially be told to go to another state based on the storm's damage. Pennsylvania Task Force 1 is made up of search specialists, structural engineers, doctors, canine handlers, and their dogs, and experts in hazardous materials prepared for all kinds of assignments.
We have a full base of operations in the trailer, tents, showers, bathrooms, and plenty of equipment to breach, break, search, cameras, things like that.
This group is one of 28 federal search and rescue teams overseen by FEMA earlier this year. The same task force, Pennsylvania Task Force 1, they were deployed also to North Carolina to help with Hurricane Debbie and the storm effects there. Behind me, you see them closing up some of the vehicles. They'll be leaving with 12 vehicles. 2 canine handlers and their dogs. Again, 45 members of this Task Force 1 team are being deployed, and they're preparing for a mission that will last 2 weeks. Reporting live in Tacony this morning, Katy, Zachry, NBC 10 News.
I'm sure those people affected will be very grateful for the help. Katy, thanks.
He's live in Tacony, where first responders here are getting ready to head south. So have they left yet?
Aaron, when we last saw you, we were inside their command center in those garages, and you could see the vehicles, and the crew members were locking up those vehicles. This 45-person team, along with 12 vehicles and 2 search dogs, is about to leave. We're waiting for the first truck to pull out of their command center here in Tacony. But take a look at this video we shot just a few minutes ago when we were inside. This team was called up at 4 p.m. yesterday to head south and help with the response to Hurricane Helene. They arrived at their command center at 4 this morning and began preparing for their departure. They've been told to go to Greensboro, North Carolina. That's where they will wait to learn what their assignment is. They may stay in North Carolina or be sent to another state, depending on the damage once Helene makes landfall. Now, inside the 12 vehicles in their fleet is equipment and supplies for a host of emergencies they could encounter.
On hurricane responses like this, you know, you have a storm surge environment, which could lead to structural collapses, people that do not evacuate, that need rescue. There could be a swiftwater rescue environment due to flash flooding and urban flooding. There could be other rescue environments just from accumulated water where we got to put boats in to rescue people.
And back out here live, you can see one of those canine handlers just left the building with the dog. They will be accompanying this team down south. We're hearing the engines of the trucks begin. Pennsylvania Task Force 1 pulls from all over the state and as far south as Baltimore. Members of the fire department, they're also members of EMS teams, and they specialize in things like search and rescue, structural engineering, hazardous material, medicine, just to name a few. They are prepared for a 2-week-long mission, knowing it could last longer. Reporting live in Tacony, Katy, Zachry, NBC 10 News.